Most people think a stress-free process is the key to a great home selling experience, and that belief is exactly why they don't get top dollar for their house. If you're planning to sell your home and you want to maximize what it sells for, this video is for you. If you'd rather prioritize convenience, comfort, and not being inconvenienced at all, even if that means holding on to an older or harder to maintain house longer, this probably won't help. I've helped hundreds of homeowners sell, and one of the biggest mistakes I see has nothing to do with price, marketing, or even condition. It's availability. Homes don't sell for top dollar because they're perfect. They sell for top dollar because the right buyer sees them at the right moment. And here's the part most sellers miss. You don't get to choose when that buyer shows up. Buyers come through town for a weekend, they're relocating, and maybe they're already out looking at homes. And if your house isn't available right then and there, you're not going to get a second chance with that buyer. That moment either happens or it doesn't. So if you want to sell your home for the maximum value, your house has to be easy to see. Not sometimes or just when it's convenient, but all of the time while it's on the market. There are 3 simple things you need to do to make that happen. Step 1 is to remove friction, and that means your belongings. The first thing is this: most of your belongings and personal items need to be packed up or put into storage. Not because buyers care that much about your stuff, they really don't. This is more about you. It's your house and it's full of personal items, laundry, paperwork, toys, clutter, and every showing becomes a scramble. And scrambling leads to declined showings, because every time you say, "Can they come a little later?" or "Can we do tomorrow?" or "Today doesn't work," you're quietly filtering buyers out. And the buyer you filtered out or weren't available for might have been the one that was willing to pay more than anyone else. The second thing is planning to be gone, especially during that first weekend your house is on the market. The first weekend is where demand is at its highest, and that's when the most serious buyers are actively touring homes and are most likely to walk through your door. So when you're not home, the house becomes available all day, every day. It's easy to coordinate, no negotiating with a buyer, no stress. The moment a house becomes hard to access, buyers mentally move it down their list, even if they really like it. They might just forget about it. So availability is what creates the momentum we're looking for. The third thing surprises people. Plan on eating out and forget about groceries. You don't want to be in the middle of cooking dinner when a showing request comes in and you have to decide whether it's worth it. Your dinner shouldn't have to compete with the buyer of your house. So every decision you have to make reduces the number of buyers who actually see your home. And fewer buyers means less competition. And if you have less competition, you have less leverage, and less leverage means lower price, which is not what we're going for. So if you skip these 3 things, you're not just making things harder, you're actually missing out on buyers. And the market doesn't tell you who these buyers were. You don't know if the showing you had today or tomorrow might have been the one that turned into the best offer. You just know your house didn't sell as well as it could have. So at this point, you're probably thinking, that doesn't sound possible for my life. And I understand, kids, work, pets, schedules, it's totally fair, but there's some things that we can do even if this feels impossible. This is where tools like a bridge loan or even a temporary move might make sense. You move your stuff first and it's out of the house, and then your home becomes a product, not a lifestyle. We don't want buyers walking into your house thinking you're living there and cooking dinner. We want them thinking they're walking into a product they have the opportunity to purchase. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine a buyer is in town for one day. They see 3 houses, and after the 3rd showing, they open up their search app and they see your house pop up. Would you want them to come see it right away? Or would you rather them fly home and maybe schedule a showing next month? Now ask yourself this: how many new listings will come on the market between now and next month? Buyers don't wait, they compare. And if they see your house right now, let them come look, because it might not win the comparison game 30 or 60 days from now. So if you want to sell for top dollar, making your house easy to see is the simplest and most important thing you can do. Availability is what creates opportunity. Opportunity creates competition, and competition creates higher prices. Convenience feels good, but ultimately it costs you money. If you want a clear plan for how to prep, price, and position your home the right way, download the listing launch book using the link below. It'll walk you through exactly how we do this step by step, so you don't leave any money on the table.